Fans are clapping back at racist trolls critiquing the casting of Yara Shahidi as Tinker Bell in the Peter Pan remake. But others point out that authentic storytelling isn't just about seeing yourself on screen. I'm MTV Pongo, and this is MTV News. Need to know. On Tuesday, the official trailer dropped for the upcoming Disney Plus movie Peter Pan and Wendy, and it faced racially charged backlash over the casting of Blackish star Yara Shahidi as Tinker Bell. We saw similar clapbacks over the casting of Halle Bailey as Ariel in the upcoming live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid, and over HBO's House of the Dragon, which cast black actors as members of the Valerian family. Some fans of these existing franchises complain that the colorblind casting is not historically accurate. But blogger Ken Barbie pointed out in a tweet, "Dear white people, neither Tinker Bell nor Ariel are white women. One is a fairy, and the other is a fictional fish. Stop masking your racism behind the faux protection of characters from your childhood." Mad people have made the valid point that these are fantasy stories. And while we should celebrate actors of color getting roles typically held by white actors, this conversation resurfacing makes me question the motives behind some of these colorblind casting decisions. I mean, does changing Tinker Bell's race add something new or substantive to the story, or is it just tokenism, using a black actor to feign inclusivity? Culture critics like Angie Speaks are highlighting this illusion of inclusion. She wrote in Newsweek, "Doing diversity casting right means using it to enhance a work of fiction. Failing to do this right reduces black actors to their skin color, rather than allowing them to inhabit a character that makes sense in its entirety." Like many other companies, Disney is relying on long-standing IP, or intellectual property. Peter Pan and Wendy is the fourth live-action Peter Pan movie that Disney has made. You've also got Hook, Peter Pan, and Pan. Vice staff writer James Greig broke down the reason we're seeing so many recycled stories in Hollywood. The idea is that audiences will be more likely to shell out for the cinema, or in many cases, a Disney Plus subscription, if they're already aware of the intellectual property that a film or series is based on. This means new stories are out, and sequels, remakes, and reboots are in. Ratings and wins at the box office show that audiences have been drawn to what's already familiar to them, making it much harder to launch brand new stories. Businesses, including Disney, following the fallout from 2020's racial reckoning, vowed to create more opportunities for creators of color. And this is why we find ourselves where we are today, remixing IP and giving some of the greatest black talents, like Halle and Yara, roles once occupied by white voices. Yet the point a lot of these companies are missing is that we want our real perspectives shown on screen. There's a difference between just seeing yourself on screen and actually feeling seen on screen. And that comes with authenticity. Now, the Marvel Universe did introduce more Black, Asian, and Latinx superheroes in its latest phase of content. And Disney has recently had a string of massive animated hits with diverse lead characters like Coco, Moana, and Encanto. And as great as these films were, if viewers felt like something was missing culturally, it's probably because these three stories were developed by white men and helmed by mostly white crews. In an interview with the New York Times, Aiko Hilkinger, a screenwriter from Colombia, criticized Encanto. The lack of Colombian people behind this film in positions where they could make decisions and actively influence people made it feel like Colombian culture and people were portrayed inauthentically. FF2 Media is an outlet that supports the underrepresented voices of women in film. It found that in 2019, less than 1% of movies streaming on Disney Plus had women directors, the vast majority of whom were white. However, a 2021 Nielsen study found that African Americans spend more time consuming media than any other group, yet there continues to be a lack of representation of the collective black community. And 2 out of 3 black viewers are more likely to watch representative content. So if Disney expects to genuinely tap into this loyal consumer base, they're gonna have to realize that inclusive content means a lot more than giving black actors roles traditionally held by white ones. I'm MTV Pongo, and that's what you need to know.